हे गाइस एंड वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। और हम असेसिन्स क्रीड 1 को कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं और कुछ ही रह गए यार, 1-2 पार्ट्स में ये भी ख़त्म हो जाएगा। और मैंने शेरलॉक होम्स ख़त्म कर दिया है। आपको बता दूं, मैं शेरलॉक होम्स मेरी एंड हो गई है। जल्दी से एडिट करके मैं वो भी डाल दूँगा, बस वेट करो उसका यार। बहुत मज़े की सीरीज़ थी वो भी। तो यार ये भी बस थोड़ी सी रह गई, ये भी ख़त्म होने वाली है। तो चलो यार इसे कंटिन्यू करते हैं। 3 बंदे रह गए थे मरने के लिए। ओके, तो मुझे किले के बाहर जाना है शॉर्टकट्स में। ये ओके, चलो जी। सॉरी बेटा। मेरी हेल्थ भाई साहब बहुत इंक्रीज हो गई है, कसम से भाई साहब। अभी मजा आएगा। ओह, ये तो फिर से आ गए। व्हाट? फिर से इधर मारना पड़ेगा बंदों को। क्या मसला है? ये 2 क्यों है? 3 रहते थे शायद। आई थिंक 3 रहते।
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallam has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salah ad-Din's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
चलो जी, इसने बकवास कर दी अपनी। अब हमें 10,000 ईगल विजन्स करने होगा भाई साहब। तो ईगल विजन से बहुत तंग आया हूँ मैं। अरे भाई साहब, मिल गया, बहुत जल्दी मिल गया इस बार। ये रहा बंदा, छत के ऊपर है।
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Namair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Namair and get that letter.
लेटर लेना है। ओके,
Here, take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
ओके। ओ भाई साहब, सब खोल दिया मैंने तो। चलो भाई, हमारा काम किया। इतना वो नहीं होगा। पहले इधर चलते हैं। इधर क्या है? अबे यार, लड़ाई झगड़ा माफ करो, अलग कर सकते। अबे माफ की सुननी है मुझे।
Who's responsible for this?
चलो
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
चलो जी अपने और काम करते हैं अब।
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend.
पिकपॉकेट कर रहे हैं हमें पिकपॉकेट
Today
जो
should
कि
see
हम
the
बचपन
last
से
of
करते आ
them
रहे हैं।
put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then.
ओ वो लेटर इसके
You'll
पास है।
find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa. Madness! We must resist! We
फैमिली अपने करते हैं।
warning! Richard, take Jaffa!
It was made clear to Jubair. He saw what must be done, understood it fell to him, having learned the truth, to spread it. And as he was shown the way, so was I. And I will show you as well. Jubair sees things the way they truly are, sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
Please.
What are you doing?
No, you don't understand. I have
Take a bite. Violence is not the answer, my child.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
You are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubair holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense you speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
Fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what you must. It changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
ओ गार्ड्स के सामने ही मार दिया।
What news,
भाई
Atreya?
साहब
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
Every single text in this city must be destroyed. My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings? You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them!
वो बेटे जला दिया.
Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city. Collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
तो बेटे इतने बंदे मारने हैं मुझे.
He won't get away! Get out of my way! Anyone still
Logic and evidence? We submit for no other reason than we are told our ancestors did the same. This ends today. For centuries.
Infidel die!
Governed by a singular wisdom. Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
भागो.
I miss me!
चलो जी।
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
I'll have your hand for that. You dare even my presence?
When you are exposed, throwing soldiers from rooftops and into structures is a useful way to create an escape route.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
Nice. आखिरी बंदा रह गया.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
चलो जी, लास्ट मैन को मारने. क्या मिल गया? डैगर. पता नहीं क्या मिला. चलो जी, लास्ट मैन रहता है हमारा.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic. He resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believe myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend.
Okay.
Go in safety.
चलो जी चलते हैं, आखिरी बंदे को मार दें। और उसके लिए क्या करना होगा? Yes, of course, Eagle Visions, Eagle Visions.
I'll have your head. Come back here. I know you're hiding.
अबे नहीं, shit, health देखो मेरी।
Haltet eure Augen offen. Er wird bestimmt wiederkommen. Er ist ein toter Mann. Er sich erneut hier zeigt. Here! He's over here! You're mine! Oh no, brother.
नहीं वे नहीं, क्या ड्रामे पास बनते हैं ये।
You can create diversions with dead bodies.
सबर कर, इसके मैं वो करूँगा, इसके साथ मैं अभी देखूँगा। आ रहा हूँ बेटा मैं तेरे पास ही, कुत्ते की मौत मारूंगा तुझे। ये ले दिमाग।
You have no business here. Leave. Safety and peace, brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. I stole this letter earlier today. Read it over. Hopefully it'll be of use.
Of Master Ship, no exception.
I need
no
money,
delay.
sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
The Acre Port is now under the jurisdiction of Master Sibrand, exalted leader of the Knights Teutonic. All crew members are to be turned over to the Order for conscription into the fleet. All docked vessels must be cleared of crew and cargo. Captains are to present themselves to a representative from the Teutonic Order for reassignment. Any attempt to maintain possession of a claimed vessel will be punished severely.
पहले तो तुझे मुझे
Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Is it a fight you want? It's not my fault. I'm only following orders. If you want your ship back, speak with the court.
That's not what I'm after.
Then what?
Sibrand's claimed near 100 ships. For what purpose?
A blockade. They're to sail for open water and establish a perimeter.
For what? Does Salah ad-Din intend to strike from sea?
No, it's not he we defend against, but ships from home, to deny Richard more troops.
Why would one of Richard's own want to see him weakened in this way?
I don't know. Ask Sibrand. They're his orders. I'm just meant to carry them out. Now, please, let me go. I've told you all I know.
I'm sorry.
नहीं
I'll
बेटे,
risk you
I'm
telling him
sorry.
I'm here.
Yes, we cannot take risks. Risks नहीं risk. Okay. अबे ये क्या मजाक है?
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in? Oh, perhaps I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
Who's done this? Tell me!
Please, sir, have any money?
एक रहता है.
Stop it, please!
Liebe gehören gehängt!
You are a lucky man. You are alive, and I am still in Akka. Here is what I have to tell you. The only thing more dangerous than a drunken sailor is one who is also angry. I know it does not seem like much, but with your wisdom, I am sure it will help.
अबे घंटा. चलो जाते हैं अब फीदर लेने. मारते हैं इस आखिरी बंदे को.
Greetings, brother. How fares your search?
I've learned all there is to know about my target.
Share your knowledge with me then.
Sibrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Mualim warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
ले ले वही फीदर.
Be on your guard, Altair.
Of course, Rafiq. But I think it will be to my advantage. Fear will weaken him.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
चलो जी. चलते अपने आखिरी बंदे को मारते हैं. ओ तो ये है.
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
You calling me
ये
a
assassin क्यों बोल
coward?
रहे हैं?
Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
Ah, defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Acre!
Oh, मार दिया.
Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work.
मेरे हाथों ही मरेगा तू. ओ बेटे पानी में गिरा दिया. अब इसको तैरना भी नहीं आता था.
Jar carriers can easily break your cover.
None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master! I'll take care of this heathen myself!
ये गया भाई साहब बड़ी आसानी से.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe.
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
Freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
Okay. नहीं वो बच गए.
Altair, you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Mualim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
तो ये हमारा लास्ट बंदा था जो कि मर गया है। ओह भाई साहब, फाइनली शायद गेम में एंड होने को। What?
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
क्या हो रहा है?
I think there's a problem with the Animus.
Nope, it's working fine.
I'm pretty sure it just ejected me
I'm
when
pretty sure you should shut up.
You ready to finally tell me what's going on?
We have to stop them, Desmond. When they access that last memory of yours, they're just getting started. They want to change everything. The way we live, the way we think, the way we are. You've gotten the lecture from Vidic about what's wrong with the world, how we need order and discipline, so they're going to give it to us. Only we don't have a say in the matter.
How?
The Templar treasure. They think it...
Miss Stillman?
I'm here.
I need you to upload Desmond's files to the database.
Got it.
मैं देख रहा हूँ तेरा लड़का।
So what? You're using me to find this Templar treasure? What do they call it? The Piece of Eden?
Yes.
Well, it's looking like it's at Messiah, so I don't know why they're wasting all this time with me. Why don't they just send their people to pick it up?
They can't. It's not that simple. The artifact from Messiah, they had it. It was destroyed in the accident.
Then what are they hoping for me? You know, for my ancestor to tell them?
They're hoping he'll show them where the other ones are.
You mean there's more than one of these things?
Oh, Desmond, you have no idea.
Is there a problem, Miss
No,
Stillman?
Warren. Everything's Denver on my end.
Then, where are the files?
I've got to move these files before he gets suspicious. We'll talk more later.
Wait, what's that mean, everything's Denver?
It means everything's fine.
Why Denver?
It's a reference to Denver International Airport. There's an underground facility there. It's where the accident happened.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't
what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge, kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax.
I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
Come in, my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then?
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then, to end his mad
अबे तूने
quest?
बोला आखिरी बंदा
I
था
spoke to him
फिर
in
एक
my
और
way
किधर से आ
through
गया
you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
स्वॉर्ड मिल गई नहीं वाह भाई तो बस यार आज के लिए इतना ही ये काम हम फिनिश करेंगे अगले पार्ट में और शायद अगला पार्ट इस सीरीज़ का इस गेम का आखिरी पार्ट हो और यार हम तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही क्लोज हो गए गेम की एंडिंग पे और मैं बस सॉरी बोलता रहता हूँ और मैं मिलता हूँ आपसे अगले वीडियो में तब तक के लिए सब्सक्राइब कर देना अच्छा सब्सक्राइब का मैंने बोला लेकिन सब्सक्राइब करना वरना घर पे आके मारूंगा कर देना यार प्लीज़ लाइक के साथ बाय बाय।